watching Ebony Ladies in the DR. I'm your host, Bridget. Bienvenidos a mi canal. Gracias por mirar. This is something that I have been wanting to talk about, and I felt like it was a touchy subject, but here we go. Okay, so everybody know that we only have a washing machine. We don't have a dryer. Not so much as a serious topic, but something that needs to be addressed. Y'all know how I am. Okay, so we have only a washing machine. We don't have a dryer. And so we have the space for a stackable, but it would take it looks like it would take a lot of space because it doesn't fit all the way in. There was a stackable here when we bought the place, and it stuck out and it took up a lot of the space in the washroom. And if anybody know me, one thing I miss about my big old house in Houston was my big old nice washroom. Oh, I loved it. But here we don't have that space, so you have to make do. But it's a decent amount of space. Okay, so since I don't have a dryer, what I have to do is I monitor the weather. So if it's supposed to be sunny days for the next few days, what I'll do is I'll wash my clothes in the evening and put them on hangers and use my dryer rack, put everything in the house. But the next morning, soon as the sun comes up, my clothes are outside. And if anybody's passed by here, they'll see that we have the palm trees like for the hammock. Then instead of the hammock there, I'll put my clothesline up and I'll put my clothes on the hangers on the clothesline. And then I have my drying rack, because when I do loads, I usually do like 2, maybe 3 loads, towels, workout clothes, regular clothes, all that stuff, sheets, everything. We got a dog, rugs. So I'll usually end up having to do like 2 or 3 loads at night. And so I'll get up in the morning, I'll put everything out in the sun. I love it. If it's going to be a nice sunny day, if I put my clothes out like, say, 8 o'clock in the morning, by 10:30, latest 11:30, everything is dry. Everything, towels, rugs, everything is dry and everything smells good. So this is for people who don't use that method or don't have the garden space, or don't have a patio or don't have the dryer racks. I don't know what your method of drying is. But there are several people that I'm around, and people that I come into contact with, and their clothes smell. It smells like mildew. It smells like wet, that funky smell. And I already know this is because they're not drying their clothes in the sunshine. If they don't have a dryer, they are drying their clothes in the house. Now, I know if it's something that you're always doing, then you don't realize that your clothes have a bad smell to them, but other people around you do realize that your clothes have a bad smell to them. So if you're drying your clothes in the house, and literally if it takes all day for your clothes to dry, or the next day, longer than a day, your clothes are dry. When they dry, if they're not hard dry, they're still like dry, but soft, like they're gonna have that mildew smell. And if it's taking a long time, then that smell is sitting in as it's drying. I just got back from working out, y'all. Y'all see I'm glistening. Okay, this paradise life, y'all, island life agrees with me. Okay, back to the subject. Okay, so if your clothes are taking a longer time to dry, then the odor is sitting in and it's starting to smell. And so for me, it's a sensitive topic because I hang around some people and their clothes smell. And, and I don't want to be like, your clothes stink. And I know exactly what it is, but sometimes I'm like, maybe I should, so they won't be going around or other people and at work or whatever the situation may be. And other people are like, how ugly people are, how ugly we can be, period, and saying things behind their back. Because you really have to put your clothes out. If you don't have a dryer where your clothes is getting that hot heat and, drying your clothes efficiently, then you're going to need to put them out in the sun. You're going to need to be like me, watch the weather, say, oh, okay, tomorrow's going to be a beautiful day. It's going to be sunshine, no chance of rain. Then I'm going to do my clothes tonight, wash my laundry tonight, and get it out there first thing in the morning. Because overnight, it doesn't have the chance to get that smell. It doesn't get that mildew smell. overnight. Just I don't know what it is, but I've never had that issue. So then when I put it out in the sun, and even if it starts, once you put it out in the sun, it's going to be gone. The sun's going to take care of that. So I'm asking y'all, would y'all tell the people around you that their clothes smell, like it has that mildew smell, or would you just let it go on, or would you hint around that y'all need to get a dryer? Or sometimes if in the forecast, sometimes in the forecast, if the weather is forecasted to be rain for the whole week, then I will just take my clothes and drop them at the laundromat in Friusa. And when I do that, I'm going to take everything. And let me tell you how you manage that so that you don't end up missing anything. And it's not to say I don't trust people, but you know me, I don't trust too many people. But I always make a list. They laugh at me because my list is so funny. My list will have like 70 items because I count every pair of panties, every bra, every sports bra, every towel, every sock. I'll say a pair of socks. And so I'll count every single thing and I'll list how many underwear, how many bras, how many this. And get this, I have it in Spanish and I have it in English and and my number of pieces. So when I do have to take it to the laundromat, I just take it and drop it. Okay, so somebody want to know, so how much is that? Well, where I go in Friusa, and they usually, if you get it in early in the morning, they can get it back like by 3 or 4 in the afternoon. But if you take it later in the day, then of course it's going to be the next day. And it's so cool because they even fold your underwear. Y'all don't fold underwear. My mom folds underwear and sheets. I fold sheets. So yeah, put them up. I don't iron sheets, but they do all of that. So what I'll do is I'll count everything and I'll take it. And then if I have that many pieces, it's usually about $15 or $16. I know, that is amazing. Because when you go to the laundromat, because I was just in the States, and I had to go to the laundromat and do my laundry, and a double load at the laundromat was like $5.75, then plus drying. But it was just my clothes. It was just workout clothes and, my things for my event. It wasn't rugs and towels and sheets. So when I say $15 and they wash and dry and fold everything up and it's ready, I don't have to do anything, I think that's a really good deal. And somebody told me I could find it cheaper, that the one that's closer to Iberia. The one I go to is closer to the highway in Friusa. Go in, ask the price, use your Spanish, and get to know your area. But that's just something that I feel like everybody should know. If you don't have a dryer, you really, really, really need to pay attention to the weather, get the good dryer racks, and put your clothes out in the sun so they can dry properly and without having any type of mildew smells. Because if you are drying your house 100% in the house, or if you're not using dryer racks where you can hang your clothes where they can actually breathe, like these people who throw their clothes, just over the bushes, over the rail. I see in the property next door in Residencia Bávaro, some people have clothes laying all out on the car. And I'm like, is your car clean? Because isn't that defeating the purpose, laying your clean clothes on a dirty car? Because she literally came out from washing. She had a clothes basket. Clothes were wet. She's still wringing, so she must have one of those Dominican washing machines that don't wring it well, because she's still wringing clothes and then just throwing them on the car, y'all. She wasn't placing them, laying everything out. She was just like throwing them out and then spreading them a little bit. Yeah, now you already know she's probably one of those people that I'd be in line behind at Jumbo who clothes reek of mildew, and it's just a disgusting smell to me. So I had to get that off my chest. Like I always get stuff off my chest. I'm having such a good day. I had such a great workout. I feel so good today, you guys. So that's it. So if you don't have a dryer, time your washing schedule. If you want those people to have a housekeeper, then your housekeeper will know what to do, hopefully. But if they don't, then share this video with them so that you can make sure you're not the stinky person in front of me in line at Jumbo smelling like mildew, And if you're not sure, ask your closest friends, do my clothes smell like mildew? And then that way they can give you that honest answer, yes, and tell you how to deal with it going forward so that, people won't be around here talking about you behind your back, right? So I said, let me do this video And hopefully that some of the people in my circle or whatever are watching the video and they can go and do the smell test of their clothes. And sometimes your nose becomes numb to it if that's what you're used to smelling. So ask your friends, am I the stinky person? Okay? Don't forget, guys, right here on YouTube, Bridget with Ebony Ladies in the DR, every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to hit the notification bell because I am going to be doing more shorts. Because there's so many things going on in Punta Cana that sometimes I just want to stop and share just like 2 or 3 minutes and not have time to do a whole episode. So hit your notification bell so that you can get those. Don't forget, as always, to like, subscribe, and share my channel. I appreciate all of you that do already. If you're not a subscriber, why not? Why not subscribe to the channel? I appreciate it. But anyway, until then, guys, watch the weather. Know when to put your clothes out so that they can dry nice and hot and smell nice and fresh. Okay? I appreciate it. I will talk to y'all soon. Have an amazing day. I think I'm going to do part 2 of this workout. I was going to save it for later. But since I'm all hyped up and already sweaty and glistening and ready to go, then I'm going to go ahead and do it. Talk to y'all later.